Some anime have protagonists who dream of becoming heroes. Some want to save the world. Some want to become stronger. Leon Fou Bartfort wants something much simpler: to be left alone. Unfortunately for him, the world has completely different plans. And that's exactly why Trapped in a Dating Sim, the world of Otome games is tough for mobs, is so much fun. At first glance, Trapped in a Dating Sim looks like another generic isekai. A guy dies, gets reincarnated into a game world, and uses his knowledge of the future to gain advantages. We've seen that set up countless times. But what makes this series stand out is the protagonist. Leon isn't trying to become the chosen one. He isn't chasing fame. He isn't obsessed with collecting admirers. In fact, he finds most of the world's social structure ridiculous. And honestly, he's not wrong. The kingdom is built around a bizarre hierarchy where men are often treated as disposable tools while powerful noblewomen control society. Instead of accepting these rules, Leon constantly mocks them. That cynical perspective gives the anime a personality many isekai lack. Let's be honest, the biggest reason this anime works is Leon. Without him, this would be a fairly standard isekai story. Leon is sarcastic, petty, stubborn, and sometimes hilariously immature. But underneath all that sarcasm is someone who genuinely cares about people. The funny part is that Leon often helps others while pretending he doesn't want to. He complains constantly. He insults everyone. Then he risks everything to save them anyway. That contradiction makes him incredibly entertaining to watch. A lot of the humor comes from Leon's complete lack of respect for the people around him, especially the so-called elite noble students. While everyone else treats them like untouchable celebrities, Leon sees them exactly as they are: spoiled teenagers making terrible decisions. And watching him dismantle their arrogance is one of the most satisfying parts of the series. The anime understands that comedy works best when characters take absurd situations completely seriously. And Trapped in a Dating Sim does this very well. One thing that surprised me is how much effort goes into the setting. The floating islands, the political tensions, the class hierarchy, the noble families, the military conflicts. There's actually more happening beneath the surface than the title initially suggests. The world feels like a place with real problems rather than simply existing to support the protagonist. That extra depth helps the story stay engaging even during slower moments. Leon may dominate the spotlight, but Olivia and Angelica are equally important. Both characters struggle with expectations placed upon them. They are constantly pushed toward roles they never truly chose for themselves. And that theme becomes one of the strongest parts of the story. Because beneath all the comedy and action, Trapped in a Dating Sim is often about people fighting against the paths society expects them to follow. Leon simply happens to be the person stubborn enough to challenge those expectations directly. The anime definitely has flaws. The animation can be inconsistent. Some action scenes don't have the impact they deserve, and there are moments where the production quality struggles to match the ambition of the story. If you're expecting visually spectacular battles every episode, you may come away disappointed. But surprisingly, the writing and characters often compensate for those shortcomings. The reason Trapped in a Dating Sim succeeds isn't because it's the most original isekai ever made. It's because it understands something important. A good protagonist can elevate an entire story. Leon's personality transforms situations that could have felt generic into something memorable. His sarcasm, his intelligence, his refusal to play by the world's rules. All of it makes the anime feel fresh even when using familiar isekai ideas. Trapped in a Dating Sim is one of those anime that constantly exceeds expectations. What looks like a simple comedy, Isekai slowly reveals a surprisingly entertaining story filled with memorable characters, political intrigue, satisfying confrontations, and a protagonist who steals every scene he's in. It may not have the best animation, it may not reinvent the genre, but it understands how to keep viewers invested. And sometimes that's more important. Rating: 8.5 out of 10. Trapped in a Dating Sim is a fun, clever, and surprisingly engaging isekai carried by one of the most entertaining protagonists in modern anime.